Stated the title there. Sorry about that. Okay, so welcome to the. I don't even know which number. I should start counting these because we've been doing this for like 2 months now. So let's just call it the first, maybe the episode 0, because I am gonna start a new channel. So welcome to GTA Cryptos Live every what is it, Wednesday at 7:30, and we're just gonna start talking about Binance Smart Chain and how do you set up your MetaMask wallet to work with the BSC, the Binance Smart Chain. So 2 weeks ago, I showed you guys how to stake on Mirror Finance. And if you actually go back to my old video, I have like a full how-to of how to set up staking. And if you take a look here, what is Mirror Finance, right? It's just a platform where you can buy stocks. And in that explanation video, I show you how you can earn Mirror tokens, which are priced at $5 a token right now. And you can earn a pretty nice interest rate. So if you see here, the APR or APR is just the average yield or average return per year. And yeah, 236% is pretty good, right? You never heard of that anywhere else. So I really would suggest playing with this. The fees to send money around are very cheap. And if you have any questions about how to set that up, refer to their video first, and then you can ask us in the Discord, okay? But again, really suggest playing with this because you don't want to sit on the sidelines for no reason. So what I showed you guys at the very end of that episode is that you can actually chain hop. So you can go from Mirror Finance. So considering that you've already been in the Mirror Finance, or you already know how to get money into Mirror, it's very, very, very easy for you to switch over to your Binance Smart Chain wallet. So let me just select here an asset. So I know Binance Smart Chain actually has, I already did this in the last video, so just check that out. But I'm just going to show you the quick motions here. So I pick an asset that's on the PANCAKE swap on Binance Smart Chain, so you can like actually trade it and do stuff with it. And you'll see here in Send, there's a few different networks. So I kind of went into this page quickly. I'll just walk through it here. So you pick the asset that you want, or it doesn't really matter actually. You just want to get to the Send page. So you click any of these and just go to not buy, not sell, but send. Right? And then from send, because you're sending assets out of your wallet, you can pick which network to send assets to. So if it's Terra, it doesn't really cost you much. You can send it to your wallet, you can send it to a friend, and whatever you want, right? Or you can pick to send assets to the Ethereum network. So there's certain assets that that do show up on Ethereum. I'm pretty sure all of them will show, but not all of them are like available to trade. So you do want to send stuff that, with a purpose. So pick the asset and then you pretty much can send it. Now the thing is, Mirror only really exists on the Terra blockchain, so there's no reason to send that. But let's just say you're sending Tesla. So you would pick, in our case, we'll pick Binance Smart Chain, and then you'll put a Binance Smart Chain wallet address in this field here. So what I'm going to talk about today is how do you get to this point? How do you get a Binance Smart Chain wallet? So really quickly, just going to go over here to Terra. So I'm just on mirror.finance. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong website. So we're just going to go to MetaMask, and if you don't have MetaMask already, just download it. Now click download now. It's really just a Chrome extension, and very basic stuff on how to set that up. When you first log in, it's going to ask you to either recover a wallet or to create a new one. Now you're just going to create a new one. So I can even kind of show you that process. If just down here I can just go create an account. And it'll be something like this. No, actually, no, it won't, because it'll just create a new wallet. So yeah, once you actually create your first wallet in MetaMask, it'll ask you to write down 12 words. Now I'm just assuming that you've already kind of understand this. I do have videos on this on my Instagram, on how to set up a Newton and a not a Newton wallet, a atomic wallet. And you have the 12 words, and there's everything that's involved with that. So that if you have any questions, just hit me up, okay? Now, once you have a MetaMask, you're going to need to connect to the correct network, right? So first off, you're only going to have like these first like 5 networks. You're not going to have the rest of these. I've added these myself. So the main Ethereum network, the Ethereum mainnet, is normally what you're going to be using for anything that lives on Ethereum. So that's your Uniswap, your Aave, Compound, Kyber network, all of that stuff. But if you're thinking about using, let's say, StableSwap or PancakeSwap, or let's go even further and go, what is it? Burger. I can't type. Can't spell. So there's even one called Burger Swap, right? I mean, these names are ridiculous, but they are what they are, right? And these are all connected to Binance Smart Chain, right? In the case of Burger Swap, you can actually change what network you're connected to. So if I change my network, so right now it's showing me the Ethereum network. So if I change my network to BSC, it's going to change the logo to the Binance network. You guys saw that? You see that change? Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how to actually add that that extra network, because MetaMask does not come with this out of the box, but you can connect to multiple different Ethereum-based networks, okay? So real quick, I'm just going to tell you like what Binance Smart Chain is, what FSN mainnet is. Like these other chains are almost like copies of Ethereum. They run the same type of code. That's why MetaMask can kind of understand what's going on without without it coming out of the box. Like you're just adding this, right? So yeah, like I said, they're just copies of Ethereum, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Ethereum is very congested and busy, so to have these other networks, it doesn't mean you're connecting to the Ethereum mainnet. Like your assets, like if I connect here, you're gonna see, well, I need to go back to my regular wallet. So you're gonna see I have like $65 here, but if I connect to Binance Smart Chain, I have a different amount of money in here, and it's a different ticker. So it's saying that's BNB. This is not Ethereum, even though the logo is still ETH, but this is actually a different asset. And so they are copying, but they're not using the same assets. They're completely like still different islands, but they just speak the same language, okay? So let me go to the first step. So once you have MetaMask, what you're gonna do is, I mean, first of all, to make it easier for yourself is you're just gonna go and expand the view. All right? So once the view is expanded, you can click here where your networks are. And like I said, you're only gonna see these 5, so you're gonna wanna add the BSC that I have here. So at the bottom, you're gonna see custom RPC. And that's what these things are called. They're called RPCs. Not sure what they stand for, but they're just like network locations or network pointers. Endpoints, I would call it. So just gonna Google Binance. So this is what you would Google as well, is Binance Smart Chain RPC, okay? All right, so once you have that, you're gonna look for this docs.binance.org. That's how you kind of verify that you're in the right place. And under docs, you're gonna see available resources. So the first thing it's telling you is the chain ID. So if you go here, that chain ID is like the third thing we need. So it's 56. You can see from here, it says 56. You could also put this, but 56 works for me, so I just use that. Then you have the RPC endpoint. So that's actually your new RPC URL. So you're just going to copy this, and I'm going to provide this link in the Discord, just so that you don't have to like look for it yourself. I'll send that in the text chat just because it's like relevant to the conversation right now. So it's right there and there if you want to jump in. So there's your RPC, your URL. Added that. Now I'm gonna add, so just to make it clear that it's different, I'm gonna add Binance, just so we can tell the difference. And the current symbol is BNB. The rest is easy. Then this one, all I do is just search for Binance Smart Chain Explorer, and that's just bscan. So bscan.com or BSC, sorry, BSC scan. So I'm just gonna add that. If it gives me problems, usually if I have problems with connecting, I just remove it, and it should be fine. Now I already added the Binance endpoint, so I have to use a different one. But you can use the first one; it should be no problem. So just gotta go back here, and I haven't added this one yet, so I'll use this one. All right. Everything good so far?
Yep.
Okay, so just added that network. Now you can see that I'm already connected to Binance, and my wallet's still the same, but I'm just connected to the Binance network now. So I can go back to BurgerSwap, and if I refresh my page, it'll still recognize my wallet. So just to prove that it's working, I'm just gonna flip back to Ethereum mainnet, and it recognizes that. It takes me to the bridge too. This website's pretty cool. I don't know why BurgerSwap didn't take off like PancakeSwap did. Not too up on this stuff. So yeah, so switching to the Binance mainnet, please note when you're using the bridge, create whatever, it doesn't matter, it's not relevant. But yeah, so once I switch back to the Binance one that we just created, you'll see that it works. So if you want to check and make sure, the BurgerSwap has a bridge itself, so that's kind of cool. Usually bridges, just a rule of thumb, they can be expensive to switch between chains. If it's only if you're really using like Ethereum, because you're pretty much incurring like a transaction fee, but you're also kind of paying for the bridge to do its thing. So sometimes it might make more sense just to deposit onto like Binance. But let's take a quick look here at the bridge, because like let's say that the mirror swap. I don't need to show you the bridge because I already showed you the mirror finance one. So to be honest, mirror finance probably has a better bridge, but both are there if you ever needed to refer to them. So I'm just gonna actually give you guys the, oh shoot, I can't. I'll do that later. I was gonna give you guys the link to the bridge, but it's fine. You can poke around and find it. It's not hard. So that being said, that was the first segment I wanted to get through, was just how do you connect to the Binance Smart Chain. Like I said, guys, this stuff is really easy. You just have to know like what to do at first. And then once you're there, you're kind of off to the races, especially when it's with like a chain that's quick and you're not waiting and paying a lot for transactions. So you really do feel like you're just in the future. So I am gonna plug in my ledger real quick. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna move on because I want this call to be relatively short. So it really is the same thing with StableSwap. So PancakeSwap, StableSwap, I'm saying like random things now. PancakeSwap, and what was the last one? BurgerSwap. Like all of these things are Binance Chain related, Binance Smart Chain related. So they all will connect to my RPC that we just created here. Okay. Now with StableSwap, the only thing that you can, they have DAI now. That's cool. So the only things that you can swap are stable coins. So it's not for, like PancakeSwap had all kinds of assets in them. So if you go to the exchange, you could take your BNB, which is like the Ethereum for Binance Smart Chain. So all of your fees are paid in BNB. So you definitely need that in your wallet. And just a rule of thumb, so you know, your Binance wallet, your Ethereum wallet, all of these different networks, they all use the same address. So I have some testnet ETH. It'd be nice to have 6 ETH right now, right? Or I think in Rickby, which one do I have more? I guess it's on my other wallet. I have like 32 on like a different wallet. But yeah, so it'll just have different balances on different networks. So, but your wallet address is going to be the same across all of them. So that's like the basics. That's pretty much all there is to Binance Smart Chain. How do you connect to it? I mean, there's a little more, few more details like, oh, how do you send money to it? That's very simple. You just have to be confident in that you're sending either Ethereum or BNB to this address. Now, something I should be careful about saying here is that BNB is a multi-chain asset. Now, this is like not the, is one of the first of its kind that are like natively having like its instances of it on different chains. Now, Binance Smart Chain is one blockchain. I mean, it's like a layer of their blockchain, and then they have like their native BNB blockchain that has nothing to do with like copying Ethereum. It's just like its own island, and you can't just send BNB from a native BNB address. And I will show you what that looks like. Just give me a second here. I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to XDeFi wallet. I'm gonna try to make a preliminary review to this awesome wallet. Gotta ask them a few questions about what's coming up the pipeline. And I'm just gonna log in here real quick. What was the password? So this will help me kind of show you guys the differences here. So this is Binance Chain, okay? And just, it might sound confusing, but there is a difference. So Binance Chain is like the base layer, the bottom layer for Binance. Their DEX runs on this. Their native coin, their native token is all of it is like stored on the main chain. But what they did was they created like a second layer called the Smart Chain. So it doesn't say. I guess it just says BSC here. Yeah, so it doesn't say the name, but this is Binance Smart Chain. And that's just like a second layer that's pretty much emulating Ethereum. So it's like a way for Binance users to emulate ETH without having to actually use ETH. And like I said, these are all copies, so there's no one-to-one Uniswap cross between Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So something to keep in mind. And oh, this is interesting. Yeah, so even on this wallet, my Ethereum address and my Binance Smart Chain address are the same. So just like I was saying before, both of these addresses should be the same. And the same story is going to be for this next network. So this wallet is really great because they're going to be adding more networks over time. And the people who are actually backing this technology are Thorchain. So the people working at Thorchain, for one, they have close ties with the Binance team, and they're working on like a cross-chain liquidity protocol so that you can swap assets natively. So like you can swap from native Binance BNB to the Binance Smart Chain BNB with just like a decentralized exchange called Thorchain.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm saying you wanted us to get our MetaMask integrated with the Binance Smart Chain just in case, like just to have it prepared.
Yeah,
Time,
I mean,
right?
there's
What do you think the most common occurrence? I mean, or the most likely occurrence that I would need to go to use the Binance Smart Chain?
so really and truly, man, it's just to chase yield, right? Like if you're looking, if you have capital and you're like, what do I do with this money? What do I do with this crypto, right? You ask that question and then you have so many options. So you could go to Pancake, you can go to Pancake Swap, you can go to Stable Swap, you can go to Burger Swap, you can go to. I'm just thinking of things that you can do
Okay,
with
so
Binance Smart Chain,
I'm just
right?
trying to understand,
Mm-hmm.
um, because Uniswap is based off of Ethereum's network, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you're saying,
Like like again, it's the only difference. I mean, there's two
I'm just
differences
trying to
here.
collect my own thoughts right now before I say something.
No problem. I'll wait.
No, no, keep going. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, there's only two differences. I mean, because like if you're just looking for simplicity, then you won't do any of this, right? If you're just like looking to hold, or you just want like one source of yield, then you're not looking at even hopping chains. You're just gonna pick like something simple, like I don't know, like honestly, if you're thinking of something simple, like just go to Binance. Binance has a lot of prepackaged staking operations that they just give you a yield, and you don't have to think about anything. You just move your money there, and that's it.
Yeah. So
But
it's
if you
also an exclusivity thing. Like there's things I won't be able to find on Ethereum and stuff.
Yes, exactly. There's opportunity. Like, think about it like this. Like, if you could be the first there, that means you'll most likely get the most profit, right?
Yeah.
So once something's on Binance, or not even the fact that if something's on Ethereum, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, if there's other options somewhere else that people aren't looking at, if you're there first, then you can reap the most benefits.
Okay.
And Pancake Swap is I mean, it's already blown up, right? But the returns are still pretty good, and that's just because there's not as much money moving around on this platform as there is on like Ethereum. So the returns are much better and they stay better for a bit longer. So if we actually take a look here, why is this thing? Oh, okay. I'm just tripping. Okay, so if you go to farms
So
here, oh, they changed the website. Yeah, go ahead.
so is there certain functions and services that one can do and the other can't, or are they just both competing for our attention right now?
So yeah, so the necessity of going off of Ethereum and going, because this question is good for like anything, right? It's not even just Binance chain. It's like, why would you use any other blockchain than Ethereum and just Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Well, that's like asking what's the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? There's huge differences, right?
Yeah.
So you can do a lot with Ethereum and program it and stuff. Well, when there's smaller amounts of differences between, say, a Cardano and a Ethereum, or a Binance chain, especially a clone like Binance chain and Ethereum. Very, very small differences. So really and truly, what I would say to you guys is, in 5 years, none of this is going to matter, right? You're just going to have some predominant blockchains that just handle transactions. And if you have to jump between different chains, then you do that, right? In my opinion, it's going to be AI that decides which chain that you stay on and where you settle and everything like that. Like, computers are going to decide all of that stuff. All we're doing now is just building the infrastructure to be able to handle all of the transactions, right? So right now, Ethereum, it can't handle all of the people wanting to use crypto, right? So you
That's why the
have
gas fees are
that's
so high.
why the gas fees are super high, it's super inefficient. It's just not a well thought out project because it was just made by a bunch of 20-year-olds in 2017, right? So, or earlier than that. But what you when you look at these other chains, you just see it as like an extension of what crypto is. It's just a way to scale. It's just growth. And there's going to be a lot of incentives, a lot of programs, and this is community based. All of this stuff is community based. So, when you see like a stable swap, there's a token that's going to govern that community. When you see pancake swap, there's a token that governs that community. So everybody's kind of just clamoring to get like a stake in some of these protocols that they think are worth it. All of these tokens you're seeing here, these are all different communities, man. Some of them
That's
are,
crazy.
right? Not every single one. Like some of it's like Litecoin. I would say Litecoin is a community too, though, right? helmet. Like I don't know what helmet is. It's something about probably insurance or something, right? Front. This is a wallet. It's called Frontier Wallet. They have a token. Here's the stocks from M Stable, not M Stable, sorry, from Mirror Finance, from Mirror Protocol, right? There's Netflix, Tesla, Google, Amazon. So they're extending, they're expanding. So that's what you kind of see. So I want to wrap it up on Binance Smart Chain just because it was supposed to be just a short thing, but now the rest of this is going to be a little bit shorter because I'm trying to wrap up in the next 20 minutes or so. Okay. So if you guys want to get into NBA Top Shot, all right. One thing that I've realized is that Top Shot is like extremely profitable. Like it has the potential to be worth quite a bit of money, right? But what I'm starting to see now is that the market's actually at a downturn. So it's on its way down right now. So let me see here.
Any else you guys get the last pack, the pre-order?
Better question is who didn't, yo? I think quite a few of us didn't.
Actually, I don't even think they were all snapped.
They weren't. There's definitely not 600,000 people that were in that line. That's like so many people. We're not, and that's exciting because it could get that big, right? But I don't think it's that big yet. But that's interesting. You know what I think? I think they might. I don't know what they're gonna do with those packs because like what I realize is it's just like printing. Like they actually mint these moments before they make the packs, which is very interesting. Like you can actually see how many moments of James Harden they're minting before anybody gets them. You can't see what the moment is, but you can see that it has an address and stuff.
Before it goes live.
Exactly. You can see there's so much data. So blockchains are really cool because like the data is just you can really get in depth with
But I like it because it's
what's going on.
You're not taking like baseball cards from like an official NBA vendor and then you're taking it to the black market off of their platform.
This is the vendor. Yeah. The secondary market's right next to the real market. So authenticity, all of that stuff is taken care of.
And if it thrives, then Flow Dapper Labs thrives. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, they're taking off. And you know what's cool is what they're gonna do is eventually they're gonna let you take your cards off of the platform.
Yeah.
Right? So you can walk around with them and actually like send them to people through a wallet rather than having to use the website. So what developers will be able to do is like create their own website and create their own like trading platforms and do all kinds of crazy stuff, man. Right?
It's like I was reading a tweet and the guy was saying that the direction that we're going towards is like eventually you can like barter NFTs for like crypto or crypto.
Yeah.
And just get by in life by trading whatever assets you have for
whatever you have for whatever you need. Exactly. Well, I'm living that right now because I'm like, yo, if I need to pay rent, I'll just sell a Top Shot card or something. Like, like it's already like that. It's just not instant. I'd have to do two or three steps to get there.
Used to do that in buying physical valuable things.
Yeah.
And selling it physically.
Yeah, we're used to doing that. Yeah.
Collect everything in your phone.
Yeah, now everything's it's getting closer to one place. Like your NFTs, your Pokemon cards, it's all becoming the same thing. It's what this is what's happening here is my thesis on I think I mentioned this already, but my thesis on NFTs and how the collectible card market is moving is you're seeing the value of those collectibles unlock, right? Where people who would have like paid for these things or who would have been in this market aren't because it's just too difficult or it's too hard to find even, right? So when you do find it, it's just a person-to-person deal. They don't really know what the market value of something is because there is no real market. There's just like me and you and some legends and stories and stuff of like the previous highest price of something being sold,
Yeah.
right? Like there's no like people talk about Pokemon cards like they're liquid. Like when I say liquid, I mean like it's easy to sell and get money for it. It is, but it's like a lot of work. So when
It took a
you
long time for that to get to where
to
it's
get
at.
it where it's at today,
But
exactly.
I feel like now people have the idea down where
Hmm.
as soon as it drops, that's why it's getting bought up because they're not thinking about now no more.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's so easy for you to just resell, and you don't have to worry about being stuck with it or something like that, or damage. Like there's a lot of great things about NFTs that are just gonna make the value of these collectibles, of these licensed materials and stuff, just unlock and go crazy. So what we're looking at right now, right? This website is, I mean, I when I was first getting into this, I'm like, we need something that tracks market cap and tracks price of these things, right? And this website's basically doing that. Let me refresh because I don't know how to reset that chart. So John Morant, like you can see this moment that he has, right? And even yeah, so you can even see the market cap of this moment, which is amazing. It's
Each
so
moment has
cool.
its own market cap.
Yeah, man. The market cap of John Morant's moment alone is worth more than some cryptocurrencies. That's crazy, man. But the only reason is, well, it's not even the only. I mean, it could be worth way less, right? But I mean, it's the freaking NBA. That's really why you have so many people that are buying this stuff, right? So they're keeping the price high. I'm trying to buy this moment, to be honest with you guys. So I really do look at this like, over time, these things just based on inflation, scarcity, and the fact that other people look at these cards and these moments like the same way, this is going to be a way to store your wealth. This already is a way to kind of store your wealth. It's not safe right now, but when this market really starts to kind of level, like find its mean and find like a proper average and stuff, yeah, people are going to start buying this up, and you're just going to see a slow trend up in value. Because that's how collectibles tend to work. They don't necessarily like have crashes and stuff like that where the value just goes in half. The only
I
reason
don't
this,
see it for this. No one's gonna hate the NBA for 2 days and then come back.
yeah, exactly. The NBA is forever. The NBA is here forever, yo. Just like how Futurama still has the Globetrotters. The Globetrotters are gonna last forever. They're gonna be here for life. So, so here you can actually see the price history of like John Morant moments, right? So this is already season. Oh, this is the season one. So you actually don't see. I think there's. Oh man, I gotta find that other website because they have data from like the first days, and you can see that these moments would have been selling for like $10, $15. Very low amounts. But what I want you to remember though is that sure these ones are feel like they're overvalued now or feel like they're maybe at fair price now, but we're still early. Like this is still like we're only in series 2. Hmm?
I look at everything that I would potentially pull now as beta packs for the future. So
Yeah. At what packs? Beta? Oh yeah, they're all beta packs, man. This is all beta, early days stuff. I mean,
yeah,
even series 2 is like, sure, like people are just getting into this, but they're not really advertising this. Like this isn't hitting the masses and stuff.
the
So
fact
when,
that you still have to join an emailing list to hear about the packs is
yeah,
dope.
yeah, like that shows you, cause like this is not like huge news like shoe drop or something, and there's not websites that are like
But
totally following this.
I feel like obviously that's on purpose because as you can see, like the more volume they have to go into maintenance, so they can't open it
They
this
can't.
early.
Yeah, they're still testing things out and trying this out. The flow blockchain just launched, like it's brand new,
Word.
right?
Good for them though, man. Holy shit.
Oh, they did great, man. They knew what they were doing, cause they went through this on CryptoKitties.
Yeah.
They went through it already, and CryptoKitties was like like a disaster because once they started getting adoption and like people were really playing it, it like destroyed the blockchain. It didn't destroy it, sorry, but it like completely halted it. It's way too busy.
I'll be back. I gotta use the washroom.
So yeah, Flow knocked this out of the park, and there's also this website, Vive. I call it Vive. I don't know how to say any of these things. And for some reason, they only let you see the evolution drop, and I can't like browse their website. I don't get it. What the heck? Hmm. Yeah, but check out Vive. All of this stuff is sold out already, but like I don't know why I can't see the rest of their art. That's weird. Okay. So the next thing that we'll talk about, and the last thing we'll talk about in this call is VV, and I swear it's VV. Some people are calling it VEVE, but it's VV for sure. So you have this app here where it's completely built for consumers. It's not made for like crypto people, for them to be like, get the huge ROI and buy NFTs and stuff. This is just for or focused on people who have no concept of what cryptocurrency is. But to make NFTs work and to have a blockchain these days, you do need like a token, and you do need to kind of economically work on this, right? Because blockchains are needed to make NFTs work. So in the back end, you have a token that's powering all of these NFTs. So what I've read in this article basically is telling me that if you pull up VV or OMI, sorry. So ECOMI, this VV app has a token, and they're basically powering all of the transactions. So anytime you make like even a credit card purchase, or you purchase with gems, if you buy gems, the back end, what's backing these gems is actually VV tokens. That's not, I'm saying VV tokens, is OMI tokens, okay? So OMI itself is not a blockchain. It's like a token that lives on top of the Go chain. So Go chain is actually interesting. I went to their website, and they're actually partnered with like Lenovo and like some other companies. So I don't know too much about them. And if I'm investing in them, I should know a lot more, obviously. But we'll get there. I think sometimes timing is way more important than knowledge. If you have a good gut feeling, then you should be fine. So yeah, GoChain is partnered with all of these companies, which is incredible. Like I haven't seen any blockchain with this many like legitimate companies. Dish, Lenovo, Sling. Like I know these guys. A few universities, a cloud computing company. Like I've seen this logo before. So this is interesting. It seems like they're running this, or they're using it, or they're running the blockchain. I'm not sure. But how to use GoChain with MetaMask? Oh, that's interesting. Those addresses did look like blockchain addresses. I mean, Ethereum addresses. So here, I showed you guys how to add an RPC. So we can add the GoChain RPC here. Right? If I click away, it's going to disappear, so I have to type it. Or I'll, yeah. Go chain.io. Chain ID is 60. Currency is Go. HTTPS. right? So I just added Go chain. I mean, it's not gonna really do anything for me because I don't know any websites that I can connect to. But say Vivi has like a web browser or something, and I can look at my assets or something, and then I can just go to the website and connect to my MetaMask and look at things. So really and truly, at this point in time, it's just good for actually holding your OMI tokens. So next time you guys get OMI on your exchange and you're like, I don't have a wallet for this, don't send them all at once. Don't trust me, I haven't done this myself yet. But send one, send a few, or it might actually force you to pay a fee to withdraw. So send some that makes sense for you, just to test it out. And then if it works, send the rest. And then that's for you to hold. Actually, I wouldn't send the rest first. I would also try to send them back to yourself, or send them like to a different address, just to see if that works as well, just to check. Or you can wait until I do it and say it's okay. So that's GoChain. But ECOMI runs on top of that, and you could hold your OMI tokens in your MetaMask as a token. So it's not like actually like, I don't know anything about GoChain, so I don't know if they have like a, I guess they have a native token. Let's see if they go. Yeah, GoChain. Wow, look at that. Like I said, I don't know nothing about it. Relatively small market cap. So I mean, a play on ECOMI, inadvertently, it's a play on GoChain as well. It will grow with ECOMI. There's no way that ECOMI just goes to 100 million market cap and GoChain doesn't like get some of that attention at the same time. So yeah, it started back in 2018. Like, this is an OG project, and it's like a legitimate blockchain too. And they have Ledger. Oh yeah, they are on my Ledger. So I'm gonna pull this up. So this is, yeah, this chain is very legitimate. If it's on Ledger, then that's like kind of a stamp of approval from the Ledger team, because it's worth it for them to at least like include it in their suite of products.
That's good for ECOMI.
That's great for ECOMI. That's really good, because that means I can hold OMI in a Ledger. So that's really good for people who just want to plug in and use. I mean, the fact that you can connect to MetaMask, that's already a wrap. What that tells me though is that GoChain is generally just a fork of Ethereum, right? So hopefully they've changed things and made things so that it can handle all of the traffic that might come to ECOMI, right? But it's also based on how ECOMI kind of implements their solution. So this is all relative. I mean, if what's cool about businesses and this technology is that it's resilient. Like, if something breaks or something goes wrong, it's code. You can fix it. So, or you can upgrade. Like, Ethereum is all kinds of broken, and you can fix that. And they're trying to fix it right now. So, I mean, that was the gist. That was the rundown. A little bit about the tokenomics here, real quick. If you look at the ECOMI market cap, it's about 750 billion, which is a lot. It's a lot, right? So if you take the let me see here just a second. Sorry. Yeah, so I was gonna plug in and show my web. No, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, so the supply is huge. So if you just take the calculator here, I want to, because it doesn't say what the market cap is, but that's only because they don't know what the circulating supply is. But I do, because what they tell you here is that there's about, let's see, Yeah, so there is an in-app token reserve which will start with 40% of the total supply of OMI tokens, or about 300 billion OMI. So if I take that out of there, so that's 450 billion is left, and I think the rest is actually when the user purchases gems. Buyback revenue. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they do use quite a bit for the app itself. So that treasury, the reserve, it's all locked into the app, right? And what they do though is that 300 billion, it's always supposed to stay around that amount. So what's interesting is that they actually take their profits. So they take I think from the profits that ECOMI makes, they take about 30 I can't remember how much it is. It's like maybe 15 to 30% of it. Oh, it's 10%. It's 10%. So they take 10% and it goes back towards buying tokens off of the open market. So they have tokens on Bittrex, they're going to be on Uniswap soon. I think they're probably going to use Uniswap to do their buyback, and they buy back tokens off the open market to keep this amount filled. What brings this amount down is that anytime that these NFTs are purchased, they actually go and take OMI tokens, and the value of those OMI tokens. So remember, gems are backed by OMI. So at the time, whatever the value of excuse me, sorry, I'm just like kind of getting text here. Message. Yeah, so excuse me. So oh man, I wish this was in what black and white. That'd be cool. I mean, red. So sorry, I got off track there. So the this is really cool, guys. Like the tokenomics of this project is like super bullish. So as these are being purchased, let's say that Batman costs 80 gems. Okay, so $80 worth of OMI at the moment in time is pretty much being taken out of this reserve. And once it's out of the reserve, it gets burned. It gets like destroyed. So those OMI tokens will never reach circulation again. Okay, and basically now that you are charging like a bit of a fee, like these guys, not fee, but like these guys are making profits. I'll be honest, just read the article because like you'll understand it way better if you read it, because I'm just trying to remember what I read here. But long story short, it's a deflationary asset, because as you're seeing more people buying these NFTs, they're using the OMI token itself to back the value of those tokens, of those NFTs, and they burn it. So they get rid of supply. So that over time it brings down the supply of OMI, and it allows for like a long term valuability for transactions, because again you're kind of using the OMI token to pay for transactions going back and forth between the users, because the users are not supposed to know that they're even using cryptocurrency. So in the back end, they're doing all of this like buy back and burn, and they're using crypto in the back end so that you can pay for the transaction fees to go back and forth. So the NFTs are backed by crypto. Your wallet has like is backed by crypto. Like it's all, there's more to learn for me to be able to explain it with like some coherence. But it all seems very, very cool, very interesting. They have a lot of yeah, they have a lot in the chamber. And I shared a video in the general. No, in the NFT gaming media channel with Alfred Kahn. So this is what I'll leave you guys with. Something to think about is just to watch that video, because this guy is so confident in his history and in the future of his abilities to like get collectibles to work, and he's working with ECOMI. I'm telling you guys, this motherfucker brought us Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh in its actual, in the American form, not in the, because the Japanese thing was like, it was a small market before this guy brought it like to America. So I wouldn't say like he's the reason why it's exploded. I mean, I would give that up to the people who created Pokemon, but this is the guy who, I mean, I think he explains here is that he took the name from Poke Monsters or Pocket Monsters and called it Pokemon. I could be wrong, but I mean, or he's a liar or something, but he mentions that in the video. So something to check out. Definitely watch this. And if you guys have any questions, I'm here. But that's pretty much all I had to talk about today. And if you want to jump back and watch the live again, it's there for you as well. And I'll do my best to make some clips out of this.
No, I'm good still, but thank you for the.
Yeah, no worries. If nobody else has questions, I'm just gonna wrap up.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to phrase this in as clear a way as I can. But if, like, say for instance, somebody had been into the crypto space for a little while now, but they're still relatively new, and they have like, you know, they have some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and like maybe some Cardano,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking to branch out. Like they're kind of ready to take that next step of like, they don't really like, they're not super expert in regards to the tech, but
Mm-hmm.
they want to dive a little bit deeper, you know, and diversify their portfolio. As a comparison, like, and you know, the kind of obligatory not financial advice, but what would be the benefit, or like, would you personally, if you could like go back and do it all again, or if like you went back and you were starting right now,
Mm-hmm.
what would be the benefit of like going full into NFTs? Like, I guess if you had to choose one, and it's either like you get into a new coin project, or you start putting money and investing in NFTs, like what's the comparison there, and like what are the benefits and the detractors of each?
So
I know that's a loaded question, but like high,
Yeah.
like super high level.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So if I wouldn't suggest NFTs to someone who's like, okay, actually no, that's the lie. I would suggest NFTs to someone who's not like super savvy, right? But the only reason is because you can buy stuff with a credit card. That completely takes out all of the complex. It's more just like investing. So that's what I would say. I mean, that would be the benefit. The thing is though, I mean, and there's no easy button to investing. You have to do your homework. You have to understand what you're buying, and you have to have a reason for thinking that it's going to go up in value. Now, NFTs are not any easier than looking at a crypto project. You still have to do the research. Some are easier than others, like VEVE. To find it, you might have to do some research just to even know what the hell's going on. But once you see it and you're like, oh, if someone shows that to you, it should be easy. It should be a no-brainer that if I buy this at the retail price, it's a limited edition. At the very least, it'll go up $10, right?
Right. Okay.
So that's what I would say to that. I mean, NFTs there's no easy button, and it's not just a one-stop shop for anything. Like, I can make a fucking NFT, right? Anybody can make an NFT, and it'd be completely valueless, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't just suggest it to someone as like a first-time investor. I would just be like, stick with crypto. I mean, it's just as much, if anything, NFTs are more risky because you don't know what the upside is. Like, you don't know what it's going to go to. There's no targets kind of thing. With crypto and stuff in general, it's about the general wider economy. It's not just about a niche market of collectors, right? Like art collectors, you don't know how big that market might get, right? It depends on the artist. So it's all relative. It all really depends. So but yeah, if I were to suggest how do you diversify your portfolio in general, look at DPI, pull that up on CoinGecko, and Index Coop. They have a number of different indexes that they're going to be rolling out, and these things are how you get exposure to the rest of crypto without having to think about shit. Okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. Is that everything, or can I wrap this up? I guess you guys are good. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, perfect. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining. This was a quick one. I just gotta get some other things going for my day. So you have a good one. I appreciate you, and take care. Peace.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
Anytime.
Have a good night.